World YouTube, Careful Sight here. I'm going over a couple things I just read. Then I'm going to reveal what this video is really about. But I would like to show actually up to 3 to 4 articles that I'm going to show you right now that I got from True Crime here, People. And of course, we know People magazine is not a fake, nor is it a say so, one of them random, stupid, old-fashioned days, fake news as we call it, inquiring minds want to know type thing. And but this is a perfect example of what is gonna bring forth to this video of what I am bringing the video about. Hey, but as you can see, we have here a 6-year-old boy found in the floorboards. Not only this case, you got the case around my way with Jeremiah Oliver. Bella Doe. Bella Bond's story. The girl that was found at the harbor there. I have a video up on that. I forget the name of the harbor. But it is a famous harbor that used to... Deer Island. There it is. Where her body was found. Also was a place where Native Americans were brought for slavery, sent off to England. But, these cases, Taj and our bone, kids, whether it be missing kids, old kids, young kids, is really got to do with the fact of parenting. Obviously, people that don't know anything about parenting, and I said it a long time ago, and I've said it before, I've made videos. People who want kids really need to start taking school lessons. You remember them after-school programs on TV. Oh, these kids having babies, and we're making kids wear fake bellies and weight and all that crazy stuff. I mean, honestly, I think there should be a real class in school all the way up through 12th grade, hell, even through college. None of this just one-time thing, after-school program, TV shows. No, there really needs to be a parenting class of schooling also, I think. Because a lot of these people, as you can see, this kid was found on the floorboards of his house. He had a sister beaten, burned. And what do we have? We got young people. And I mean, this is just heartbreaking to even read this kind of stuff. But here you have a 28-year-old, 33-year-old. The younger generations ain't getting too great with kids. Even though it's been going on a long, long time. Kids being murdered, even by parents. And that's what leads me to this video. But breaking news. The boy in the box has been identified. Not only that, through genealogy, DNA, mind you. Which, if that's the case, I hope they're looking into using that genealogy to do the John Benet Ramsey case. Yeah, that's right. Why ain't that been done yet? There's a lot of kids, when they're young, put a lot of frustration on the people. And when they're a parent, I know I went through some damn huge, mental distress having 4 kids. But I've been through the ringer. I've fought through mentally and stably. And like I said, I got 2 kids getting ready, with their last years of school, 2 that have graduated. And I still conduct a strong, strict, ruled environment. But once again, here's another one. That's 2, 7, 3. Found in a washing machine. This poor kid was found. Don't say where, but that's 3 already. Robert Plant sucks. Robert Loletta, rest in peace, my brother. Squirrels, don't pick on them unless you get to know them. Burying 6-year-old girl alive. That's 4. Thought I saw another one in here. It's 4 cases. 2 children are discovered with cigarette burns and bruising. Child abuse case, I'll consider that 5. And here's another one, 6. 6 cases off that, just 1. And like I say, and this kid that was found, autopsy shows New Hampshire boy whose mom allegedly wanted him gone, died by homicide, fentanyl poisoning. Oh, good. Good, that bitch deserved it. But there's 6. 7. Yep. All these people, all these cases. And the list is just opening up this case here. And it's sad and it's very disturbing. Just to think what went through these adults' minds. Why did they kill innocent little kids? And don't get me wrong, the kids ain't innocent. Kids gotta learn. Kids gotta grow up. Kids gotta do their thing, right? Kids gotta do everything in their power, to figure out how to grow up and be. But kids are kids. And without the support and without the help and without the knowledge of the adult, that kid ain't gonna grow up to be nothing but what the adult turned out to be themselves. And with that being said, leads me to the boy in the box. Now, I am not gonna point fingers yet, but from what they've said so far, let me pull this up, and anybody can go watch this, but I gotta pull this up. Let me see. Let me pull this up, bear with me. Check out this NBC 10 Philadelphia is the one that got this story going. There's the original pictures. The poor boy's name was Joseph Augustus Zarelli. Must have been an Italian boy. Now, one would say in the early articles that I read that this could have been a kid that maybe had mental disabilities, intellectual disabilities, something in them standards, and was brought to a doctor maybe for testing. That's what I got out of the first articles of this story. But now the case goes on to say that he might have been abused at home. Once again. But there are living relatives on the mother and father's side, and they want the parents' name to stay concealed. And I can see why, because if that's the case and the abuse started and was at the home, well, there ain't much you can really do about it. But I'm sure the relatives don't want to be also open up to a wide can world of whoop ass of the media, if they are good people, which they probably are, because, I'm sure you would hear something right now about them, considering this just all opened up. When was this? 6 days ago. Here's somewhat of a normal picture of the boy, of what he probably would have looked like back in I think it was the 40s or 50s. And, 1953 he was born. 1957 he was found dead. So he's only 4 years old. Now, I'm not saying that the mother had anything to do with it. Like I said, don't take me in changing this article, but what I heard in this article from this Philadelphia News 10 NBC said that someone said in an interview something about the mother smacked the boy around or something for throwing up. So I mean, he could have had some kind of sickness wrong with him and the mother didn't know, let alone the mental health issues, intellectual disabilities. I wouldn't say he had a mental health challenges, Down syndrome, but the possibilities are there. And for this, I know my kid at 4 years old, if he didn't get his way, or if he, got upset, he would throw up, literally. They call my youngest son the Exorcist baby. Go figure. But there's so many possibilities, and that's probably why the doctor thing came in. Because as you can see, yes, in the original photos, scars around his temples. I mean, I even made the suggestion that in the eye lobe there, scars could have been, in that little dot there on the eye, a lobotomy done. You never know. Back in the 50s, starting from the 1800s, asylums and that lobotomy shit started right here in Massachusetts. So, who knows what this kid suffered. And like I say, and if you don't know about it, I'm sure a lot of people do, but if you don't, I mean, I say it a lot in my videos, if you had simple seizures, if you had a simple, dysfunctional mental health as a intellectual disability, say so like John F. Kennedy's sister, who wasn't as smart as the Kennedy brothers and endured an lobotomy because their father didn't like her grades. And how sick is that? Good old Kennedys, huh? If anybody praises that man in front of me, murderer of Marilyn Monroe, you can go take the Kennedy name and shove it up your butt toot. I don't look at them people anymore than just an average common scumbag off the street. Especially Ted Kennedy letting a woman drown in his automobile. Which, as you can see, the man fulfilled his full term as a Massachusetts senator or whatever the hell he was. Who cares, really? But murdered a woman and got away with it. Yeah. I'm glad that the brain tumor got caught up with him, and karma's a bitch. But as you can see, kids back in the day weren't treated properly. And I mean, even today, it still goes on. If that kid don't settle down, if that kid's a wild nature little person, oh boy. And you cannot handle that wild, rambunctious ADHD, symptoms unknown, diagnosis. That's right. You are going to get very frustrated with that child. And as you can see, a lot of people these days and parents, and they're not throwing the judge, I want to say something with the hammer down on the fucking gavel. And, the judge's throne, the jujitsu, I can't say that. It's going to be saying jiu-jitsu. I would like to do some jiu-jitsu on some of these people and whoop their ass for what they do to kids, especially when they have problems and they don't know about it. Don't get it properly looked at. Especially back in the day, you would think people would just say, hey. But no, they wouldn't say, hey, because you don't check my kid to see what's wrong. I don't know. There's something wrong with your kid. He's crazy. You got to put him in the asylum. Yeah, that's what it was back then. So I can imagine what this kid went through and what he did to make him look insanely wrong, let alone mentally challenged wrong. Whatever the case may be, but it is gratefully, awesome that they have found a name for this poor kid. Many, many years. As you can see, 65 freaking years of a kid not having a name for himself, found dead in a box. Now that's what's coming out in the investigation. They're still going to be looking into. They said that they might have found the box purchased at a J.C. Penney carrying a bassinet. But they said the parents, they said whoever may have done this found the box maybe and used it. But like I said, you cannot point the finger at the parents right now, And they're dead and gone and, there's nothing there, let alone to prove anything that they did this. But whatever the case may be, hopefully they find out the cause of death. Or the cause of death, well, not the cause of death, but, the cause of who did the death. But as you can see, the cause of death is obviously beatings and whatever this kid endured throughout his 4 years in life. Oh, man, it's just unimaginable, man. Because like I said, my youngest son put me through the ringer. And I can tell you right now, in 5 years of his life, coming out from the womb, that's right, I only got literally 3 hours of sleep through 5 years. That little boy come out into the world, driving me to the point of insanity. But I stuck to it. Did what a normal parent would do and did my job, and that boy is actually turning out to be kind of all right these days. Pretty good. I think I'm hopefully doing a good job. Like I said, I have my rules and regulations that these boys of mine know not to bust. So I don't be nice. I don't be lit. I'm hard as nails, stone. Tough love is right. Because you weaken up, show your weaknesses. Like these, get stabbed in the face with a stick. Look at this. Help! Someone got a stick in my face. Losing my mind. But if you let up kids these days, you get the kids that are wild and rambunctious, full of ADHD, and they walk right all over you. And I've watched a lot of kids do that these days, and it's sick. Because you're not allowed to do some of the things that were back in the day, and I don't mean the harsh shit. I mean the stuff that literally put your kid into place. I was that one of them kids. And I can tell you right now, how do I come out? I mean, I became a drunk because of depression and, things in life that didn't go well for me because of, bad situations my parents did to me by splitting up and, bringing me into other things in the world. But, hey, I learned to deal with them, and I learned what to be doing as a better parent. So I guess I'm doing my job right. And giving up on your kids and leaving them. Then bringing in someone else, that's bad. Sometimes it works out, don't get me wrong. But still, it's not good for all kids. And that's what happened to me. Getting put into other families that, downgrade you mentally and physically. So, I know what it is. And I could feel what this kid went through. Whatever it may be, I could see it. I mean, I don't know exactly, but I can just imagine what this kid was like. And I could be probably 100%, give me 75 to 85% right that this kid had something, you know, let alone some dysfunctional mental health problem that was not looked at the time, of course, because nobody knew nothing. Throw him in the asylum. That's what the cause did. That's what everybody with that cause did. Put him in the asylum. Give him a lobotomy. Stick that nice ice pick up in their eyeball. Oh, man. Oh, brother. And then the people that did deserve that kind of treatment never, still, some people walk the street these days. I say, we should bring back lobotomy on some of these sick, perverted, child molesters, rapists. You know, give them the lobotomy. Why can't they get it? In my opinion. But other than that, Boy in the Box has been solved. One of them cases that, you know, is... And there we go again with that genealogy stuff. They should call it genealogy. It's like a genie pulling something out of a bottle, solving that case. But all in all, this is one, obviously, hopefully this stuff can solve more cases, John Benet Ramsey. See who really murdered that poor girl? You know, the 2 sets of DNA found at the Delphi murders. Well, that was said, not by me, article. But we'll have to wait and see. Of course, nothing's came out on them 2 cases yet, huh? Genealogy stuff roaming around. So solve the Golden Gate killing, now solve this. What a breakthrough. Awesome to see. Until that next video, I hope more and more can start getting done of children being murdered these days, missing, you know, killed, raped, whatever. Something needs to really be done with this. Needs to stop. So until that next video, be safe, take care, and always beware. Keep an eye out if you got little ones. Look at them every night. One day here, today gone, tomorrow could happen, and that sucks. But that's a, you know, how can I say it? A choked up moment thinking about that. Get all choked up, can't speak. Eyes water. Just to think. Poor, innocent little souls with no defense mechanism to defend themselves. And they end up like this. Well, that's it, folks. Out.